you all YouTube check guys doing? This is good old Grandmaster here, and welcome to the part 2 of the United Liberty Media Round Table Free for All Part 2.
What the fuck is going on? This is not something. This is not Round Table. What the fuck is going on? I'm so confused.
Hi,
and Mr. Giggles.
We got our guest here. We got Mr. Giggles.
Where is he? Where's Mr. Giggles? Oh wait, yeah, I'm Mr. Giggles.
That's you bonehead.
Hey.
And we got
Hi, everybody.
We got Genevieve. How you doing?
Ah!
And where's the Tin Man at?
Hi, everybody.
Last week we left off with Genevieve telling us about her book and
the racist zebra. He's racist.
So Genevieve, how's your book coming, darling? How's it going?
I decided to say screw it. I mean, I was being forced to finish it, and I'm like, you know what, screw this. I'm not gonna finish it and have it published within a year. So I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna finish them in my own time.
You should do that. I mean, don't rush it. Take your time.
Well, I wasn't rushing it. I have a worker that was rushing me to finish it and finish both of my books and get them published within 1 year, by the end of this year. And I was like, yeah, that's not possible.
You shouldn't speed write books because the full story isn't there and you might forget to put in certain details that are valid.
Exactly, but the social workers don't understand that, and they don't care.
Nope. They only care about the numbers and the results.
Exactly.
That I do agree with him, man. It's all about the money and results. That's all it is. I mean, you're the author. You should have plenty of time to do it. I mean, give yourself some time because you want to get it done by a certain time at your own way.
Well, now I'm being threatened to have my cash assistance taken away because I haven't had a way to get to the job search thing that they have me doing, and I have no way to get there. I don't have a license. I don't have a car. I don't have a ride. The buses don't go over that way. So yeah, I have no way to get there.
Yeah, that sucks.
And by the way it sounds, they don't have Medicaid cabs where you are either.
They don't have caps, but they do have very strict requirements in order for you to keep getting the assistance. I mean, it's not that way for the food stamps, which is perfect. It's awesome. That's all I really care about.
Yeah, I'm only allowed 2 rides a month, and that's basically to and from a single appointment.
Yeah, and for me, if the buses ran over to where the building is, then yeah, I'd have a bus pass that would be, unlimited rides for 30 days. But since there is no bus that goes over there, I can't get a bus pass. But they are willing to help me get my license. They're willing to pay for me to get my license. But the bad part is I don't have a car to take the test with. So how am I supposed to get my license?
Yeah. I mean, you can get a learner's permit. But what good is a license going to do you with no car?
Exactly. I have no car. I don't know how to drive. I mean, I know how to drive because I've driven golf carts. That's easy. Okay? But driving an actual car with an 18-wheeler next to me and, a big old freaking truck with a guy driving it who's trying to compensate, it's not easy. It's terrifying.
I've been driving since I was a kid, and I actually started using the pedals whenever I was a teenager, and I've never got my driver's license. And the reason why I've actually waited so long was because of the rule of you have to be 25 in order for your stuff to be cheaper.
Well, I have an irrational fear of driving. I didn't
want to go through driving school either, so I was kind of like, nah, I don't need driving school. I got plenty enough experience. I just need to get a license.
Well, for me, I'm terrified of driving. Like, everyone knows SpongeBob and how he freaks out as soon as he gets behind the wheel, right?
Oh my gosh, you're SpongeBob.
Well, I'm exactly the opposite of SpongeBob. I don't freak out. I freeze. Like, my knuckles become white as paper, and I'm just a statue. I I know what I need to do. I'm going through the actions in my head, but my body just isn't responding.
Okay, this week has been kind of weird the last few days for this week, and one of the stories I came across was a school district wants to bring back paddling.
Yep, that school district in Texas. Yep.
I sent it out to you guys to check it out, to read it for you guys for yourself, and
Who wants first?
serious thoughts about it. I mean, Genevieve, as a mom, you'll be worried about it too. I mean, your son's what, 4 years old now? 4?
No, he's going to be 5 this year in July, but I'm all for it. I'm all for schools bringing back paddling. As long as it's not that thick-ass paddle that I saw in the picture of it, I'm good. I mean, if it's like a ruler or something like that, I'm perfectly fine. Go for it. If my kid is misbehaving, I spank him at home. So why shouldn't another adult figure do it? I mean, that's the problem with teenagers nowadays, is that they never got spanked when they were in school by their teachers when they did something wrong. Their parents spanked them, and they went to school to get away from it, and they thought they could act out all they wanted there at school with no repercussions except for maybe a detention, suspension, and then expulsion, but then they can go to another school and do the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
You know? So, in a way, the spanking is a good thing. I mean, if they do bring back spanking...
Well, there's the one is that when I was in school, the school and the principal persuaded my mom to sign this paper which gave them permission to spank me, which is, I mean, my opinion is either send them home for the day, put them through City Hall, or something of that sort, but not to spank them, because it's not their job. The school is a place where your child is supposed to get educated, not to get spanked by somebody else other than parent.
Yeah, I agree with Grandmaster Evan in that aspect.
Well, the only problem with that is that, yeah, if they don't spank them, then what do they get? They get detention, or they get suspended, depending on the severity of everything. But
or they get heavily medicated.
They go to ACE.
It's more...
I would rather...
They wind up going to ACE. Trust me. I'm testifying from actual knowledge. I went to ACE because they thought I was a terrorist, and I went to school whenever I was just mad about not having my icy one day, my Slurpee. So I got sent to alternative school. And it's not fun there. It's not fun there.
I would rather have my son suspended than spanked.
So you'd rather him miss out on education than get spanked and continue his education?
The thing is, as a parent, it's my job to discipline my son, not the school.
Yeah, but,
exactly.
But the thing
in
is,
the old days,
it's different now because they stopped it years ago, and because it got over crazy and shit, and it's time that parents need to realize. I mean, if it happens, it would give the school complete control on. I mean, it could go overboard, like it did over 25 years ago.
No,
that is true.
You're right.
The whole thing that I'm trying to point out, and I'm going off of what Grandmaster is saying here, that if you make it legal for the school to spank your kids, why can't it be legal for the parent to start spanking their kids again and just end that cycle right there and leave it in the household? What happens in your household happens in your household, and you have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's like
breaking bones
like the old
or
saying
leaving
goes,
parts on your
what happens
kid
in Vegas
should
stays
be
in
fine.
Vegas.
Yeah, you can spank your kids. It's perfectly fine. I've been told this by a CPS worker. You can spank your kid, whether it's with a belt, on bare skin, whatever. You can spank them as long as you don't leave any marks. And the secret to that is after it stings for a little bit, you give them a pack of ice on their butt, and then they're good. There's no mark.
Yep.
So, I mean, the ice pack thing was my idea because I found that out with my son. I spanked him.
That's an age-old tactic that's been used ever since we were kids. I mean, all parents.
Yeah, we wish we had ice packs back then.
I know, I do too. I really wish I had an ice pack back when I was a kid. But I mean,
I think
I'd rather.
I'm sorry, Genevieve. Go ahead.
I would rather the teachers at the school spank my son when he's misbehaving rather than him being sent home for the rest of the day and missing out on the lesson and then getting behind in his schoolwork. You know, I mean, I don't want him to do that.
You would rather the principal call you if your son misbehaved and said, "I'm about to spank your kid while you are on phone as a witness."
Yeah.
I would accept that because it has the permission for the parent to say no at that point in time.
Well, here's an even bigger, here's an even better one for you. All right, you passed the legislation to legalize spanking in the public school systems under the provision that the parents sign a waiver.
As well as have to be there in some kind of supervised setting where they can hear the amount of smacks and they can say stop if the principal does not stop.
Yeah,
like
well, naturally there would need to be provisions put in place like, okay, certain type of corporal punishment is not acceptable, you know, such as, you know, go outside and get a fucking switch or, you know, a ruler across the knuckles or anything, you know, where you're going to break skin. No excessive hitting, you know, beyond 3 to 5 smacks on the ass or whatever, no leaving marks, you know, standard provisions.
I think the spank should go, like the amount of spankings that should happen should go in the severity of the situation. Like, say my son cheated on his test, he should get spanked twice. Property. Yeah, he should be spanked twice. You know, if the school
if he gets in a fight or destroys a big piece of property, that's 3 to 5 smacks because they got into a fight or destroyed something worth more than $100.
But with the fighting, that would be both students. Both students get spanked because both of them fought. So it shouldn't be just one or the other. Both of them.
Both swung. Yep. Whoever swung.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it should be, whoever landed the first hit, and if the second student hit back, then yes.
That's what I'm saying. If both parties swung, both spanked.
If they ever brought it back, there should be a limit to how, I mean, a very huge limit.
And it should be supervised. It should be supervised by the parent, in my opinion.
And either a parent or an officer. A parent or an officer should be there to supervise it. Because
are we sure we want to trust the cops in this instance? I mean, they're a little more brutal than anybody in retrospect.
Cops would be a bad idea.
In every video I have seen of supposed police brutality on all races, I do mean all, and all genders.
Yeah, it's not prescribed to any particular race.
Yeah, it's all the police brutality. It's not even really police brutality in my opinion, simply because of the fact that if you are going to do something, whether you're guilty of it or not, and you're going to run away, obviously you're going to get taken down to the ground because they are trained to automatically think that you're freaking guilty. If you're not, don't run. Don't talk back to them. Don't cuss them out. Don't tell them, oh, you can't do this. Don't do that because that makes them think that you're guilty. Don't
answer questions.
Well, on that note, there is a lot of provisions and laws that are actually in place to protect people, you know, set forth from the beginning of the United States Constitution on up to regulate these sorts of issues. You know, people do have a lot of rights and leeway, especially in regards to the police, you know, unlawful detention, a citizen does have a right to resist arrest if the arrest is unlawful, but you do have to prove it. You know, there are provisions on both sides, and you would eventually have to go to court and prove that the arrest was unwarranted and unlawful, and if there was excessive force used, prove that there was excessive force. That's why they want to implement body cams.
Well, Tim, man, you and I, we got stopped when I was living in California. You know, we got stopped in 2010 when we were walking to a friend's house. We were walking to Hemet, and we got stopped. Of course, the officers knew us because of our checkered past, but still, they didn't hurt us because we didn't show any signs of innocence. We didn't show signs of being guilty of anything. we answered their question. They asked us, "Hey, what are you doing?" We said, "We're walking to a friend's house," or "Hey, we're walking home." You know, we answered their questions straight up. We didn't, stutter or anything like that. We didn't tell them, "Hey, you can't ask me this question just because I'm walking." Walking
Well,
at
technically,
night
they
about
can't ask you questions just for walking down the street. They have to have probable cause. That is true. But in retrospect to what you're saying is, you're basically saying don't needlessly escalate the situation.
Exactly. If you don't talk back to the cops, just like you wouldn't talk back to your parents, then they won't have any cause for police brutality.
Does anybody understand what I was sitting there saying by if an officer approached me and I just repeatedly said, if he asked me a question, my only response would ever be, I don't answer questions. Does anybody understand what I am invoking here whenever I say that?
Your right to remain silent.
Exactly. That's exactly what you're invoking. If a cop walks up to you and asks you any question and you don't want to answer it, you start off with that, and every time they ask you a question, you say, I don't answer questions.
Yeah.
Or you can just say, I plead the fifth.
Which is basically the same thing.
You
do have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
You do have the right to remain silent. And that's basically what you're telling them. I am remaining silent in order to prevent from, what's this word?
Self-incrimination.
Self-commission, yeah. Self-incrimination.
Self-incrimination.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-incrimination.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's not even incrimination, You just don't want to open that door. Sometimes you just don't want to open that door. Because sometimes cops are going to be dicks, The cops are human beings like the rest of us. They're going to have bad days. They're going to fucking fly off the handle at some point. It happens to all of us, does it not?
They're people same as us. Just like celebrities are people same as us.
Yeah, they are trained professionals and they need to be held to a higher standard, agreed. But everybody does need to remember that these people are just that, people. And
exactly.
They're gonna fuck up.
But
okay.
There's some that are, even though what they do to people that really, because I left them in prison for a few years.
Yeah.
It's either that they get off because of the jury saying, well, it was just a fight, or
the department investigates itself and determined that it did nothing wrong. Yeah, we know. In fact,
attorney of police.
Yeah, in fact, I brought that up to Trump in one of his surveys. When he's saying, "Okay, what can I do to better the country, or what should I take to Congress?" Those surveys.
Have
put it out there. Have police brutality cases investigated by a third party.
And not the IA.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't do that. Because they
third party outside government organization.
Independent.
Evaluate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
An
independent organization.
And then that way it can, cops won't be getting off as easy, and they'll get disciplined. Like there
are some cops that do turn in their partner or whatever, and when they do, they get retaliated against just for speaking out against one of their own.
Oh,
yeah, well, they shouldn't be retaliated against, because if you're going to turn around, you're going to break the law when you're trying to uphold the law, then you're a hypocrite. Simple as that.
Anybody who retaliates should also be punished, just like the person who got snitched on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I said it that way for a reason.
There's a thing called the big blue wall of silence and shit. It's been around for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And it's everywhere, dude. It's everywhere. No matter where you work, no matter what you do, you don't fucking blow the whistle. And, sometimes the whistle has to be blown, unfortunately. Doesn't make you a rat, doesn't make you a bad person. But if corrupt action and wrongdoing is taking place, something needs to be done about it. Like, for instance, I will tell you guys some shit that's going down at fucking work right now. My coworker, the one I've had problems with many times in the past, the religious fucking douchebag. Okay?
Yeah.
He's been popping off at the fucking mouth. I got right up in his fucking face the other day, dude. Like, literally inches from his face. I was fitting to fucking swing on him. Another coworker had to step in between us, and the other coworker nearly got in trouble because the front end manager saw him get involved in the mix and thought it was him. And
Whoa.
yeah, I went outside. I was so fucking pissed off. I went back and I started the fucking line, went back to work. This motherfucker comes back and starts egging me on. I fucking shut down the line. I call up a coworker. I'm like, hey, Andy, fucking take the run here. I fucking get right up in Donald's fucking face again. And I'm like, motherfucker, you want to fucking go? I will whoop your fucking ass right here in front of Chad, in front of Caitlin, in front of every goddamn person in this fucking building, and I will mop the fucking walls in your blood. And everybody's telling me to calm down. I look at Caitlin. I'm like, Caitlin, I got Andy fucking running the line. I'm going outside. I need to fucking calm down. I went outside, and you all know I've been quit smoking for a fucking year. I fucking smoked. And I'm sitting there in my buddy's car smoking a fucking cigarette, and my hand is fucking shaking. So I decided, I'm like, okay, this shit nearly got bad real fucking quick. Okay? You know, he's a fucking bigot. He's sexually discriminating against people. He's a homophobe. You know, fucking Bible bashing. All kinds of shit. You know, we had a while back, we had an old lady. She's like in her 80s. Fucking is a beast on the floor. She just fucking busts her ass. She had a hip injury a while back. And a few weeks prior to that, she had confronted this guy on some of his bullshit. And when she got injured, he fucking pops off in the fucking mouth and goes, see, this is what happens when you come against the righteous. It's shit like this. And it's been a real bad fucking deal. And he popped off and called me a nigger and a duck. And I'm like, I didn't even know what a duck was. I had to actually look it up on Urban Dictionary. Apparently a duck is somebody who's easily fooled by cops and shit like that. I'm like, okay.
Gullible.
Yeah, a gullible fool, yeah. So, this has been building up for a while. I finished my fucking cigarette.
Who can have duck as that?
I don't know. Like, I was kind of confused at it at first. I'm like, what the fuck? So I went in and I filed a grievance report. In fact, I got a copy of the fucking report right here. Cover up the name of the company I work for.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's ignorant idiots like your coworker that need to be. I hate to say it this way, and I know people are probably going to get mad at me for this, but it's ignorant people like that, like your coworker, that need to be...
You guys anything?
Yeah. Well, check this out. I go in, I file a grievance with HR. And Chad's sitting down with me, and because he thought that this other coworker, Jordan, was the one instigating problems. I'm like, no. It was Donald. I got up in Donald's face, and Jordan stepped in and diffused the situation before blood was shed. If anything, Jordan's the fucking hero of the day here.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yo.
You guys hear anything?
No.
Sound like a radio. Sound like radio. Sound like a radio or something, dude. I'm not hearing it from my end too.
Oh shit. Well, anyway, I filed the grievance with HR, and they're like, well, what do you want done? We can fire him right now. I'm like, no, don't fucking fire him right now. Show him that this shit is not gonna fly, that he is not above the rules. Talk to him, take all the other action if he feels necessary, but at this point, do not fire him. If it continues after the fact, give him the fucking boot. So, I go back to work, they call him in, they give him a write-up, and he goes right back to doing the same shit. And apparently he's going around everybody in the fucking factory and telling them that I'm a fucking racist because he's black, and I treat him differently. Well, there's a shit ton of black people in the fucking factory that I get along with great. Freaking... There's like at least 5 people that I can think of that are of non-white ethnicity that I hang out with in and outside of work. In fact, Caitlin, my supervisor, is half black. Okay? One of my best friends out here. I'm so fucking
guys,
racist.
Hey, I'm getting some frequency coming in, man. I'm like, I'm hearing you guys talk and everything, but I'm getting like this freaking feedback thing coming through my earpiece and shit.
Well, I'm hearing some feedback now. It's not like a chopper thing or a radio thing like what you described, but...
I think it's Cursed fan.
my
Yeah.
fan in my hot ass room that I keep on muting my mute button every now and then. It disappears.
That's probably it.
Okay.
So yesterday, or not yesterday, but the day before.
No,
Caitlin
this sounds
said
like
to me-
a kind of like a radio radio frequency thing.
I don't know.
I don't
It
hear
might
it
be
anymore.
something in your headphones. So what are you plugged into right now? Are you plugged into your Xbox or something?
No, my phone.
You might be picking up some residual radio transmissions from police scanners or something. It is kind of hard to separate
They do.
things at the core, you know.
They do operate.
I
They
mean,
do operate
I can hear you guys and everything else. I mean, you guys are
I just
clear as
unmuted my
crystal,
microphone.
but I'm not getting this.
Yeah,
Like a
you
radio
might be
thing
picking up some
come in.
residuals from the police scanners and shit like that. It's not uncommon. I used to take regular CB radios. I used to patch into Home Depot and fuck with them. I was evil. But
Oh, like American Pie
That
2.
vape doesn't look like it tastes good.
exactly.
Wait, what?
That vape
American
didn't
Pie
look like
2.
it
There's
tastes good.
there's
It's
a
a pizza roll.
It's
scene
watermelon.
where they were in this girl's bedroom and they were like talking on the radio, and everybody can hear everybody, everything.
Yeah.
Fast food place, someone's backyard where they're barbecuing and shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick up
Oh,
all
it's
kinds
actually
of shit.
there.
Yeah, but check this out. Back to my story here. He goes back on the floor and he's fucking propagating that I'm racist now. And the next day he tries to get me to admit to something so that he can try to go to HR. And I don't even hear what he's talking about to the other person because I'm just tuning him out. I'm
Human
like, I ain't
resource.
trying to hear this motherfucker because if I do, I'm gonna fucking turn around and I'm gonna fucking swing on him.
Yeah.
And he goes, Chris, you agree you did that? I'm like, agree to what? Just agree. No, I'm not gonna agree to anything, motherfucker. Oh, so you don't agree that you kicked me? I'm like, dude, I'm not even playing this shit. I plead the fifth, and I'm gonna go home and drink the 8th. Because I am already fed up with your fucking bullshit, and we just started this fucking shift. So I go over to Caitlin, I'm like, did you send this motherfucker back to fucking take racks off? She's like, yeah. I'm like, don't you fucking do that shit again. Because if you send him back there and he starts popping off at the mouth, he's going to get taken out of here in a fucking ambulance, and that blood's going to be on your hands. And she's like, okay. Like, I try to be respectful, but I am also very forceful when I need to be. You know, especially in situations like this, you know, because he's not willing to fucking change. Some people refuse to fucking change. And they will try to fucking, like we were talking about earlier with the police brutality thing, they'll try to shift things and twist shit, you know, to try to make it look like I'm the bad, to make it look like the other person's the bad guy. I wouldn't reported him to HR for being a headstrong big mouth who thinks that the rules don't apply to him, that he's above the law and nobody can fucking touch him, and he's a fucking Bible-bashing, hypocritical, sexist, homophobic bigot, and I had enough and reported it to HR because I was either going to kill him or somebody else is going to kill him because he's already had problems with like 4 different people besides myself for the same fucking reason. But I do the right thing so that nobody has to fucking die or get fired because they whooped this motherfucker's ass. Or did worse. Because one guy was about ready to pull out his gun and fucking shoot him. He's like, I know this guy has a gun in his trunk. Dude, he's gonna fucking kill Donald. He's gonna fucking kill Donald. Yeah. It gets that fucking bad. So I'm like, okay, this has got to stop. Either he's got to shape up or he's got to be shipped the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I do what is in the best interest of everybody involved. And now I'm a racist. I'm like, no.
You are not a racist.
I'm like, I'm
I
not.
can vouch for that. You're not.
And my supervisor brought it up to me. She's like, yeah, he's going around saying that you're a racist. I'm like, I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally. She almost wrecked because she was laughing so fucking hard. We were fucking driving home. And she goes, yeah,
Well,
he's
then, man,
going around telling everybody that you're racist.
don't
I'm like, I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally.
want to interrupt you. I also want to add to the free for all is the link that thing, guys, the Mormons, missionaries talking to that black guy.
I've seen many videos like that. I may or may not have seen the video that you, in particular, that you posted, but if it's anything like what I've experienced and seen online in the past, or even experienced in real life, it's always the same old shit. Okay, we're going to quote the Bible and see where your belief does not coincide or allegedly coincide with biblical teachings and principles. But here's the problem. You have a 2,000-year-old belief system that has been watered down at least 6 times and has been translated from the original 3 languages into Latin, and then from Latin to Old English, and then from Old English to New English.
And then every language known to mankind as of this moment.
Yeah. Well, even in the original premise, you know, and that's not including the fact that the Council of Nicaea took all of the holy writings from 4,000 fucking years and said, okay, this is what we're putting into the book. This is what we're going to teach. This is what we're going to lock away. Okay? Plus, you have the translational issue and differing perspective, which is why you wound up with 41 or 42,000 different Christian-based belief systems teaching from the same book but can't agree on even the most basic of biblical principles. Okay?
I actually, when we first got into this apartment, back at the end of December, right after New Year's, right after New Year's, there were some Jehovah's Witnesses that they were coming into the building to see someone. I think it was upstairs, and I waved to them because, well, I'm a nice person. I waved. I said hi, and they didn't come back until the next weekend, and they did not come back. They did not come up to the door until they saw me come. We have a long window that's in our living room that you can see straight down our hallway. Well, they saw me come out of the hallway, and then they came up to the door, and they knocked on the door. And they asked me some questions, and I said, they told me something about God, and I was like, I'm Wiccan. And they said, oh, well, what about your husband? I was like, well, he's not my husband, he's my boyfriend, and he's Wiccan too. And they said, oh, okay. And I said, don't even start. I've already talked to Jehovah's Witnesses out in California. They couldn't change me. I highly doubt you're going to be able to change me to Jehovah's Witness. So let's just, cut the crap here. I'm not gonna, convert or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about the Bible. I've had it shoved down my throat my entire life. I don't want to hear about it. I don't believe in God. I believe in more than one God. I believe that everything here has a purpose and that we start our life over again with another life after we die. And they looked at me and said, okay. And they handed me a pamphlet and they gave me a card that had a
phone number,
a website on it. No, a website to
JW.org.
watch a video. Well, it was a website, and they told me they wrote down the video for me to watch, and I said, I'm going to be straight up with you guys, I'm not going to watch this, and I'm probably going to use this pamphlet to start a fire in my fireplace. And
well, at least you were honest about
it. Okay.
Right.
And they said, okay, and then they walked off, and they haven't been back since.
Yeah, JWs are fairly interesting. They... members of the congregation, they'll go out and fucking knock on doors, unlike LDS missionaries or Mormon missionaries, they'll they'll take time out of their own schedule, whereas the other
We got a
will
comment from last
dedicate 2
weekend.
years.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did?
what?
What's the comment?
We got a comment from James Webb 007,
Oh,
and
boy.
he had a comment saying, "I want to say is a good theory who QAnon may be. It's a great theory, even if I am wrong. Although I prayed on the revealing and got an answer."
What?
And yeah,
What?
That
He
one
asked
cleared
for
my
a
head. Like,
revealing-
what the fuck? Like, that didn't
He
even
asked
hit.
for a revealing to something that he was looking for.
Without
and
saying
the
it-
video
without
last
saying
week
it was
answered
named-
pretty much.
I will say it is someone who is number one on DT side, and wants to see him succeed. 2, someone with close ties to Israel. 3, clearly a super smart individual. I thought it was Trump, like many, till I asked within.
Sounds like they're diving into some esoteric Zionist shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what
I've been looking into the whole QAnon shit.
Oh, okay.
But that's a comment I got that we got last weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On the channel. So I mean, it was like I replied back to the guy the following day. So I told him that he could comment next weekend. So like today, whatever, you know. But it's that's the comment we got, and
Well, definitely, that's something to maybe talk to that person about in private. You know, see where that goes and get back to us on that. I think back to what we were talking about with the religious thing, because Grandmaster, you really wanted me to freaking tear into this. The problem is, a lot of Christians stick to this whole idea that just because their theology is the most commonplace theology, that it's historically accurate. And it's not. I mean, even in comparison to Jewish teachings.
But by chance, if I offended anybody in that part, I do apologize.
Say what?
If on that, if I offended anybody, I do apologize.
Well, don't apologize for speaking truth. I mean, if there's truth out there, you know, sometimes the truth is something that some people aren't going to want to hear. That's the problem with people, is that they don't necessarily want to hear truth. They only want confirmation that what they believe and perceive is true. That's what most people seem to care about. And that's where a lot of these Christians come in, is they think that what they have been taught and spoon-fed by their pastors and so on and so forth is the end-all be-all, and it's not. I mean, if you look at the Bible in contrast to the Torah, there are substantial differences. I mean, the Jews believe, I mean, let's go right back to Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, as per the Bible and Christian teaching. In the Jewish belief system, God organized the universe.
And in my belief system, consciousness merely thought itself into existence and began to expand.
And that's essentially a Christian theology, right, in and of itself. Whereas the Jews, they believe that God took existing matter and formed the universe out of it. You know, you can't get something from nothing. That whole premise. You know, it's like, oh, well, nothing existed, then all of a sudden, there it is.
That's like the old saying: you can't get blood out of a turnip.
Exactly, you can't create something from nothing. You know, even if you're a god, you know, and that's where people get caught up in this whole premise. You know, they think God, that anything that contradicts a traditional Christian theology, you know, the ability to create the universe versus organizing the universe, or existing outside of time and having created time, which would essentially be stupid if you are a being that exists outside of space and time. Why the fuck bother creating space and time? That's kind of redundant, if you ask me. You know, why invent a concept that you have existed without and have always existed without? That makes no sense. But Christians are so threatened by the idea that God exists within time, and the whole premise of everlasting to everlasting, meaning that God has always existed and will forever exist. How about this? Everlasting to everlasting means there was one like him that produced him, and there will be somebody else or numerous others like him in the future. Okay? Everlasting to everlasting.
Pretty much like a phoenix.
Very much so. And it doesn't necessarily have to die. It could be like a fucking generation passing the fucking torch.
See,
God
I
had
like
a father,
Supernatural's thought on
and we are, and you know, God eventually will produce an offspring of himself. If we aren't
See,
the
I like
offspring,
the-
you know, like the Mormons believe. I mean, but Christians are so threatened by this because somehow it magically deludes the whole perception of what God is, and in a sense, to them, in their weak little minds, would diminish his divinity and abilities. Like, why can you not be an all-powerful being and have a father and pass the torch to a son or a daughter to the next generation?
That would be a really cool thing to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I like the theory through Supernatural where God ends up in Supernatural, the TV series that I'm watching. It has where God disappears for a little bit, and he ends up choosing one of the angels to become the new God. And right now I'm in season 6. I think it's like episode 3 or 4. I'm not sure which one.
the chick I talked to,
Castiel-
she watches the same show.
Yeah.
She watches
But-
the same show. Never misses an episode at all.
Yeah, but things
Well,
like
I'm
that,
watching
things
on
like that threaten Christian perceptions. Like, oh no, it can't be that way. It can't be that way, or else God is not God. Why not?
Yeah, God took a
Yeah, why
vacation, bro, and nobody
Why
understands
can't God
that
take
God
a
is
take a
still on
vacation? Why
vacation,
can't
bro.
there be somebody before God? Why couldn't there have been a God before God that
Yeah,
created
he is
God,
on vacation right
and
now.
so on and so forth? Why does that automatically diminish his authenticity, divinity, and ability?
Why does God have to be a being at all? Why can't God just be the universe? The perception of the technical God be the universe, be an object instead of a being.
Oh, because that would imply that God had to create himself and wouldn't have existed by that. And by proxy,
See, I
wouldn't have
don't-
existed because you can't create yourself into existence. And God help the Christians if they actually have to try to explain that shit.
See, I don't think that God just created himself. I think something else created him. But see, that's another thing that is threatening to the Christian way of thinking. Something else didn't create him. He just always was. He's Alpha and Omega. No, he's
Here's
freaking
the
not.
thing.
And it's who knows if it's a man? It might be a woman for all we know.
But this
Here's
is the thing. People don't understand that there's a Yahweh, and then there's a universe, and then there's every other immortal being that you want to worship.
Well, here's the thing in contrast to it all.
I'm going to take a playbook from George Carlin.
Oh, God, here we go again.
People say God is wise, all powerful, all knowing. There's things every day.
He's all knowing and
just-
all powerful, but he
but
can't
just-
handle money.
But just can't handle money.
I got it.
Religion-
I got it.
Religion brings in billions of dollars every year, but just can't handle money. Now, this motherfucker motherfucker should have been kicked out his all-powerful ass a long time ago.
And he has to be a man.
If it was a woman, we wouldn't be in this fucking mess.
Fuck no.
No, because the second she would have had her period, she would have killed us all eons ago. She's like, fuck you, Chris Messi! I'm done with this shit.
She would have
And
done what
breaking
the dinosaurs
news,
got.
Hillary Clinton got a plea bargain.
Sorry,
offer from
Genevieve, I love you,
DOJ.
honey, but are we not right?
Yeah.
No, not for me. Not in my case.
So Hillary got a plea bargain, and I read
She
today
was
in a
offered a
tabloid.
plea deal by the DOJ.
I read in a tabloid today that Bill Clinton's brother was arrested. There's a mugshot.
I didn't even know Bill Clinton had a brother. Shows how much I know.
Yeah, his name is Can't Get It Up.
And to backtrack just a little bit, Genevieve, and then we'll move on to this new topic. I'm not saying all women are alike. I'm not
His
implying
full
that.
name is
I know
Can't
you're
Get It
not
Up
like
Rodham.
that. I know most women aren't like that. We know Hillary Clinton's like that, but yeah, God
Well, yeah,
help
but
us if Hillary
she's an
Clinton's
old ass
got-
bat. She's
Yeah.
an old dusty bat.
Smells like sulfur.
Hey, don't
Yes,
insult the sulfur,
I would-
man. Sulfur's got a
I
sweet smell
would
to
say
it compared to her snatch.
I would say that she's
No,
more of a
because she
good
suffers from the
bat,
blue waffle
but
syndrome.
but anywho,
We are talking about blue waffles again.
Blue
I was
waffles!
thinking about
Blue
dyeing
waffles!
myself red.
Blue waffles! What the fuck is a blue waffle? What the fuck? Hold on, I gotta go back. I'll be back.
Would anybody be angry if I dyed myself red?
no, I think you'd look
Cool.
good red.
I've been thinking about dyeing my entire body red.
Well, whatever you do, don't get in between the legs of a woman who's
I got
on a
waffles.
period.
And they're in a blue box. Like, is this what you're talking about here? Blue waffles.
No, Mr. Giggles. That's not what we're talking about.
What are we talking about then?
Blue waffles that look freaking tore up bad, man. I swear to God, dude.
Is this something you get at the Waffle House?
I wish I had never
It is
looked up
so
what blue
bad
waffles
that
are.
Beavis and Butthead would be like, yum.
Oh my god, I regret.
I'm going to
ever
the
looking
Waffle
up
House. I'll see you guys later.
Fire, fire, fire.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta love hanging out with your boys, don't you, Catherine Brewster?
Oh yes, I love hanging out with my boys. You guys make me laugh. You guys sometimes make me want to shoot you, but I still love you guys.
Eh.
Hey,
Why
at
did
least
Mr.
whenever
Giggles
the
just
barrels
run out
to our
of my
face, we start
house
talking.
and throw a box of waffles at me? What the fuck just happened?
What happened?
know.
Hillary
Scared
Clinton
of me.
was found out she suffered from the blue waffle yeast infection.
Oh, so now that's why he's on his way up to the Waffle House. Okay, I got it.
But I think Mr. Giggles is scared of me. It makes me sad.
But why would he be afraid of you? You're cute.
It's yellow.
He runs.
Things that are
I
yellow
think
are
I might
scary
dye
and
myself
offensive,
red.
Mr. Giggles. You remember
I
that?
might
is
dye
that-
myself red.
Is that Mr. Waffle's new fear is yellow?
No, it's just yellow is a bad color. Anybody who has anything yellow is hereby damned. You remember
I'm gonna
this?
start wearing yellow shirts.
Yeah, you cannot wear a yellow shirt. You cannot have anything yellow, or you are hereby damned. You are hereby damned!
I also have yellow post-its. Oh, Minions!
Except for
It's
Minions.
Bob!
Minions are just fucking awesome.
King Bob!
Yeah, Minions are just fucking awesome. We cannot hold it against the Minions for being yellow. It's not their
King
fault.
Bob!
Hey, the blue minions are awesome, bro. They're indestructible and can eat anything because it's a
Hey, that's
minion.
purple.
It's
Hello!
a minion that has no control.
Like me. Alright, so
He's
Bill
like a
Clinton's
dick.
brother got arrested.
He's like a dick with one eye.
Oh, I
Okay.
got one for you guys. And this video will probably get flagged at some point, I'm sure. Let me turn
I
on
have
my
one
phone.
too. I have a subject too.
What do you got?
Okay. You know how girls are so obsessed with Say Yes to the Dress show?
The
I
what?
never even heard of it. I don't
It's
watch
called
TV,
Say
so
Yes
what the
to
fuck
the
are you talking
Dress.
about?
It's
Can I throw my
about
phone against
brides.
the wall and like not be here for a minute now?
It's about brides picking out their wedding dresses.
Okay.
Now,
You
my
got
thing
more free
about it
time
is
than
that
I do, honey.
I was at the laundromat and it was on TV.
See, I'll
But
just plug in
anyways,
my headphones and send you guys videos of me destroying the washers.
okay, so
Yeah, I overloaded
there
that
was
fucking
this
thing.
there was this bride on the show, and she said that she found the dress of her dreams, but yet she was still trying on more dresses. Okay.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't know, I really like that one, but I really like this one too. And I was like, I looked over at Steve and I was like, why? Just why? Why can't these women be normal girls and go on to, or sorry, not normal, but why can't these girls be freaks
Normal?
and go on to Wish.com and buy their wedding dresses on there? They could get the perfect dress and it's cheap. Like a $1,900 dress is only like $35, and you can get it within 15 days. You know, these brides make it so complicated, and it's not that complicated. Seriously, it's not. You find a dress, you like it, good, buy it, you're done. Women make weddings so complicated and so stressful for themselves. It is freaking ridiculous. Like, my brother's ex-fiance, she made his wedding so freaking complicated that she was stressing herself out to the max, and she was using his money to pay for their wedding.
Wow.
And then 5 days before their actual wedding, she had her dress, she had everything situated, she had everything figured out. She had ended up cheating on my brother.
What?
She didn't tell him, but 5 days before the wedding, she calls, when he's out in California visiting for the wedding, he had 2 weeks leave, okay? He fought tooth and nail to get that 2 weeks leave from the Marine Corps, okay? And he... yes, they are.
Grandmaster, look.
Or sorry, no, it wasn't 5 days.
Nice.
It was the day before. It was the day before the
You hear
wedding.
what I said?
Okay? It was the day before the
Your
wedding.
dicks?
Women or dicks?
It was the day before the wedding, and she tells him, she goes, "We're just from 2 different worlds. I don't see us working out."
I said,
And I was
bitch.
Right? And then after that, she has the nerve to move out here to Nebraska. She had the nerve to move out here near me when she knows I will put a bullet in her skull for breaking my brother's heart. Luckily, she hasn't run into me just yet, and I swear to God, if she does run into me, she better hope I don't have a damn gun on me, because I will kill her.
This is from Breitbart.com. Enough fentanyl to kill millions found en route to U.S. south of the border.
That wasn't on my show. So, yeah. All right, girls. Who put a dick in the box?
A terrific stop led by Mexican authorities to seize enough fentanyl to kill millions of people headed to California border. That's a lot. That's enough to kill more than 1 million. Mephisto! How you doing, brother?
Aye, Mephisto has come. Not sure what to say now.
Not with all the memes I'm showing, right? Here's one for you. Here.
Wow.
I cannot see camera because this signal sucks.
What do we see here?
It looks like a vagina, but it might look like...
It's the labia.
It's Batman enjoying fireworks.
Of course, Catherine Brewster would know technical names of things.
Of course, I drew something like that before.
It says, my 5-year-old was suspended for drawing Batman throwing confetti.
Well, that is terrible.
That is. Okay, so on the supernatural thing, I'm on season 6, episode 10.
Do you even know what the Mark of Cain is yet?
Are we talking about the biblical mark of Cain?
No, we're talking about Supernatural, the show.
Okay, I don't watch Supernatural, the show, so I have no idea.
Yeah, it's past that. It's past that. It's at the point where Castiel becomes God, or he thinks he's God.
So the Mark has already gone to the baby, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, because
That
that's
was a
where
long
I got
time.
lost. Yeah, that's where I got lost.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's where I got lost. The last episode I seen was like 2 or 3 episodes in where you just seen the baby like 4 times already, and that was it.
Oh my goodness, you are so
Yeah.
far behind. It gets way better.
I
Way.
It was awesome from the beginning. It just non-stop. It's crazy.
Castiel ends up working with a demon named Crowley, and then he turns around and then Castiel, the angel, double crosses the demon, and then the demon goes to Raphael, the archangel, and then Castiel comes back.
Do
And
you know why Castiel double-crossed the demon that became the devil?
He said it was 1 to become God and 2 to save the Winchesters.
What happened is that Castiel had his grace stolen by the guy that became the devil. And the thing is that I believe Castiel took Metatron's grace in order to retain his grace.
No, Castiel absorbed all the souls from Purgatory to become God.
As well as that too. But I'm saying whenever Castiel was an angel, the reason why he double-crossed him was because the dude that plays the devil, now not the actual devil, the dude that became the devil, he stole Castiel's grace. Yeah, Crowley stole Castiel's grace back in the day.
Well, yeah, but Castiel got his grace back when Lucifer killed him, and God brought him back.
Yes, but that is why Castiel double-crossed Crowley.
It hasn't said that yet.
But that's why.
Thank you for the spoiler.
that should be inferred, because that was not a spoiler, that was previous knowledge.
No, he never says who stole his grace.
They show you that it was Crowley. They show you Crowley stealing Castiel's grace.
I don't remember seeing Castiel's grace being stolen.
It was,
then again,
it was before the Winchesters lost their bunker where they had Crowley all tied up in the bottom. It was before that. It was before they even captured Metatron. It was back in the day where Castiel got his grace stolen.
That was probably one of the episodes that my son wouldn't leave me alone, and he wouldn't shut up.
Beat him with a fish.
I pay attention to everything Crowley does. Crowley is the man. He is very respectful, and he knows his place.
He is a trickster, okay?
But he knows his place.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He doesn't know his place, but he's horrid.
Dude, what with a whore?
Crowley's still a jerk, but it's so sad that Balthazar ended up getting killed. I hated that. It was not fair. I was so mad at Castiel for killing Balthazar. I was like, no, Balthazar.
Good.
I cried.
And I'm just like, nah, I don't give a fuck.
But then again, I'm talking about an angel dying, so yeah. I did, however, like the fact that Raphael.
To die.
I did, however, like the fact that Castiel killed Raphael. That was freaking hilarious.
That was cool.
That was, and boom! It was awesome.
I like boom!
I was like, yes! All
pretty
Castiel
awesome.
did was snap his fingers and then...
It's pretty awesome whenever they just make people explode and it doesn't even look like CG.
Exactly, especially when they just... And boom! I was like, yes! Die, Raphael!
Julian Assange may walk free after a deal. was offered to him.
Who?
Julian Assange might walk free tomorrow.
No shit. What was his deal?
He
Well,
killed someone.
well, the UN
I
found
know.
out that.
What was the deal that he made, though?
Well, the deal was that after he was questioned by the Sweden authorities in DMC, the UN found him that he was being held illegally. And actually dropped charges against him because of the fake rape accusations and shit. So they're offering him a because he's wanted in the U.S. no matter what. He ain't going. After he was after the charge was dropped, they can't touch him. So he's walking tomorrow. Oh, might walk tomorrow. Free.
That fucking sucks. Sorry, Smiley.
What's up, Tin Man? Oh, I don't know where Zero is, but Mefusta just ran out of the room. I don't know why either.
He and Genevieve were talking about Supernatural, so he probably went in the bathroom to jerk off.
Oh, she might have said the B word.
Balthazar?
Yeah, that might have been why he ran off.
I have no idea what it's supposed to mean, but okay.
It kind of angers him. He doesn't like him very much. Like the actual
Balthazar was
person.
awesome.
No, not the actor. Like just not the
The
actor.
actual angel? The actual angel?
Okay. we'll say okay.
Vince McMahon on Kaepernick playing in the XFL. Why not?
Wait, what?
I
Yeah.
hate football.
Vince McMahon on Kaepernick playing in the XFL. Why not?
I hate every sport except for baseball and hockey.
And wrestling. You like wrestling.
So,
Depends
I
on
have
the
a
type of
question.
wrestling. What's up?
There's something about Funny Bone. Is that an elbow?
It's a
Funny
spot
Bone?
on the elbow right about here that if you hit it the right way and on a desk or something, it will hurt.
No. Does he look like an elbow?
No. No, he does not. And I think Tin Man just went to go get him.
If I'm on you around, what the fuck do you want?
Is that that sounds
Holy
like
shit.
him.
You're about to see him. God, I got him.
What the fuck do you guys want? I was hunting squirrels.
A squirrel. Squirrels are awesome. You chop off their tails and they just go crazy.
See, the yellow man's got it down. He knows what's up.
And it's like they're squirting something. It's weird. I like to lick it up. It tastes really good.
Yeah, see,
Oh.
I got
I'm a
Tin
little
Man's bow. I
demented
was
like
out
that.
in the yard hunting squirrels.
I'm out.
So
I'm
what's
a
up,
little
guys?
demented, but not very much.
So what's up, guys? I heard you guys sent Mr. Giggles to look for a blue waffle.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you look like an elbow and your personal opinion about dyeing my entire body. Oh no, I jumped. Red.
You'd look good, Red. Especially if the red is
Red?
your own blood. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And no, I
It'd
do
be
not
awesome.
look like an elbow. Do I look like a goddamn elbow to you?
No, you look fucking sweet, but where is your bottom jaw?
Holy shit.
You don't even want to know. Years of
Okay.
smoking. Years of
Wow.
smoking. Let's just say that. Years of
Wow.
Unexploded World War II bomb
I have
found
to
in
get
construction
Zero to light
site
my
in
cigarettes
Hong
because
Kong.
I could just hold them with
unexploded
my
bomb
tongue.
in Hong Kong? What?
Yeah.
Okay,
A World War II bomb
elaborate.
found at construction site in Hong
Z.
Kong. Yeah.
They're still talking.
Okay. Thanks, little buddy.
Okay. So,
Okay, what's up, guys?
Apparently there's a nuclear bomb or a World War II bomb from that era found in Japan,
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Okay?
Sounds like an NCIS case.
Sounds like somebody
This
fucked
sounds
up.
like a job for Solid Snake.
Sounds like a job for Perry Mason.
No, it sounds like a job for Solid Snake. We're gonna make Metal Gear Solid 9.
That'd be fucking awesome.
And he goes to Hong Kong and he infiltrates a base, and the whole thing is that Metal Gear has got a World War II nuclear missile strapped to his back, and he wants to destroy the world.
Metal Gear will never learn. He'll never learn.
Metal Gear will never learn.
That's why I had to fire him as an ally. He just couldn't get it. He couldn't learn from his mistakes.
Yeah, man.
Then again,
This
it's
little
not,
video
it's not
of
the
6'3"
character from
guy
the
kept
game,
on
but
kicking
you
his
know,
ass.
the person that the game was modeled off of used to work for me. You know, just some people just never learn from their mistakes.
No, man. This little 6'3" guy keeps on kicking this 40-foot fucking metallic monster.
Like I said, modeled after real people. Some people just never learn. Anyway, I'm going back to squirrel hunting later.
All right, Mr. Photobones.
Check this out.
How do you guys know that mask fucking hurts?
Stuff the app could aid illegal cross. Shit.
I hope you
It's
guys know
illegal
that
to put
this
what,
really
Trump's
makes
bum?
my face sweat.
Stuff the app could aid illegal border crossings for government use. It's called Benvenidos. Allegedly the app Benvenidos allegedly alerts illegal immigrants to cameras, fences, and border patrol agents while crossing into the United States, but technical details of its functionality is still shrouded in mystery. Benvenidos anonymous creators post a video on YouTube explaining the program technology on Monday, but the 42-second clip with only garnered 59 views was fucking goddammit.
There you go, Grandmaster. Spit it all out in time.
Shit, goddammit.
One syllable at a time.
Well, it's a an app that helps illegal immigrants
Cross
alert
the border.
from cameras, fences, and border patrol agents while crossing the U.S. And there was a video that 72-second clip, which only garnered 59 views, was deleted on Wednesday when their website became password protected. Motherboard reported.
No shit.
The world's first community-based navigational app for migration, as it builds itself, was first discovered on Monday in an email pitch from Benil's team to Motherboard.
Huh.
That puts an idea in my head. Tin Man, whenever we do I just said do haha. Whenever we do that little video that we've been trying to brainstorm all together, I want you to do your magic, and then I want you to send it back to me, because by that time I will have an internet signal once we have completed it, and I will post it on mine, and then you can copy it from there, just in case that somebody wants to be a booty hole and delete anything. I get deleted instead of the Worldwide Resistance Network.
Okay, we can do that.
I will take that responsibility upon myself because it is myself in the video.
Alright, yeah, we'll figure that out from there. We'll
All
get
right,
it
man.
going. Like I said, I gotta wait until we go to 3 shifts, which I don't know when that's supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen on Monday, but they haven't
And I
bothered
have to wait
to
till-
hire enough people on. And I told Chad on fucking Tuesday, I'm like, hurry the fuck up with that shit.
I have to wait until I have enough signal to send 1 to 3 minute video clips to you.
Whoa, here we go.
What you got?
ICE to use thousands of license plate readers on hot list targets.
Oh, something just hit me.
Any
Oh.
idea? Any thoughts?
I can keep this thought, but I don't know what you said because this idea just smacked me in the face. I remember reading
ICE
something
to
on
use
Tuesday.
thousands of license plate readers on hot list targets.
Oh, so they're going to start scanning more license plates. Like they
Let me
already
see
have
here.
they already have legality to do that. They can scan your license plate to see if you have any parking tickets.
Let's see here.
I think the only thing they're going to do now is make it a barcode so they technically scan it instead of putting in your
Federal
actual...
immigration agents will soon have access to the automatic camera system that can locate and track vehicles in real time. Civil
Yeah.
rights advocates worry the technology will be used against Americans, which of course it already is.
Yeah, I mean, what other purpose could it be for? It's not serving any
U.S.
other practical
Immigration and
use.
Customs Enforcement (ICE) will be able to track billions of license plates with the help of the third-party vendor that specializes in license plate readers (LPR) technology, according to a contract finalizer earlier this month. LPR is a system of high-speed cameras mounted on vehicles or stationary locations that automatically photographs license plates that come in range of the devices. Systems capture an image of the license plates and record the GPS location of the vehicle along with the plate and time and other identifiable information. Like other law enforcement agencies, ICE can use information obtained from license plate readers as a tool to support of its investigation. ICE spokesman James Schwab said in a statement obtained by KPIX. Any thoughts here? Anybody want to ring in?
Weren't they already using technology like that on police cruisers to run individual license plates and shit?
Pretty much, Tin Man. But now they basically have, you know how they have camera lights where they flash your license plate if you pass a red light? Well, that's going to be instilled everywhere, just flashing your license plate around into the system to see what you have done, what can be, what warrants you have, all kinds of stuff upon the person.
There's ways around that, though.
That vehicle.
If you use Waze, there's ways around that, though. If you use Waze and shit.
Yeah. Plus, you can
Hey, guys,
pull a
I gotta
highway
go, okay?
license plate.
Okay, darling. And it's good to see you again.
I was just about to bring up a woman, Captain.
Enjoy your weekend, darling.
You were about to bring up a
Yeah,
woman?
I was just about to bring up a woman.
Nice.
All right, let's hear it real quick.
What
I was
woman?
going to bring up Cher. I don't know if this is old news to anybody or anything, but Cher said something against that female talker that talks for the White House, whatever.
Oh, that is Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Okay, Cher said something bad about her, and then she quickly recovered her statement by not retracting it, by more or less endorsing a Democrat for, I believe it was Nebraska. Yeah, they completely covered that story up really fucking quick about Cher saying shitty shit about.
There are so many times. There've been a few times that Cher open mouth insert foot tasting shit.
Yeah, that's most celebrities to boot these days. I mean, let's just...
I'm just waiting for Jim Carrey to swallow a big pile of dog shit for everything he says, as well as Eminem.
Well, I mean, Eminem's been very outspoken. Madonna, Cher, Oprah, fucking Rosie O'Donnell, Miley Cyrus.
I'm just waiting
They've
for
all
all of
been
them
very
to die or something.
In fact, isn't Miley Cyrus actually leaving the United States at this?
Yeah, she
Please
said she's going
leave,
to Canada,
you skinny
but Canada
bitch.
doesn't want
No, like she was going
saying
somewhere
she wants
else.
to go to
Like she
Canada.
was revoking her. She was leaving,
But-
and within 12
Ireland.
days, her citizenship, she would no longer be an American citizen.
Yeah, I think she was going to either England or Ireland, but they don't want her.
Who would?
But anywho,
I just
Yeah.
wanted
That's
to
like
make sure
Justin
Captain
Bieber.
Brewster heard
Canada
that
don't
statement
want
about
him.
Cher. That's all.
Yeah,
But
like
I'm just
somebody
waiting
needs
for
to
the
send a
stuff
message to Canada. It's like, hey, America is not a dumpster. Please stop sending us your trash. Later.
I tell you what, man. Chelsea Handler says, "Well, I'm going to move to Spain."
I'm here. Hold on.
Yeah, when it's been too fucking near you, bitch.
If it's any consolation, I can't say this for all Spaniards, but virtually every fucking Spaniard that works in my plant, because the company is owned by Spanish private investors,
Yeah.
they fucking hate Americans, dude. They fucking hate us. Again, I
Who
can't
doesn't
speak
hate
for
Americans,
every
dude,
fucking
besides
person
Americans?
in Spain.
There's a
But-
company in the Bay Area where my dad used to work at. It's run by Cubans.
Yeah, do they have
And my
an
dad's
equally
Mexican, dude.
high level of hatred towards Americans as well?
I don't know, but from what I heard, that Cubans and Mexicans don't get along.
No, they don't.
And my dad was one of a few Mexicans that worked for a Cuban company, man.
Oh man, I bet he got a lot of shit, didn't he?
But well, the thing is, he saved them so much fucking money. They had guys coming in with broken trucks and shit, I mean, my dad saved them a lot of goddamn money.
Nah.
I told them, I go, that company owes you a fucking truck, dude. As a severance pay. They should give you a fucking truck. For all the money my dad saved that company.
It's like the company I work for, man. They fucking locked in the wages so nobody can actually get a raise. Like after 2 years you're supposed to get a raise, and every so often you're supposed to get a mandatory raise, right?
Yeah.
No, we got it locked in. We were stuck at fucking $12.25 an hour.
That's like a Toys R Us.
Yeah, dude. I was working for my company for like 3 years. They promoted me, never gave me a raise, and told me that I was supposed to get a raise within 2 to 4 months. Dude, I stayed on for another 6 to 8 months. Yeah, true shit. But yeah, I stayed on for another 6 to 8 months, and I was supposed to get like a $1 raise. I was supposed to get a 50-cent to a $2 raise. I never got anything extra on my paycheck.
Yeah.
So I made them fire me.
I mean, we got a cost of living increase last year, but
I don't quit. I make people fire me.
Damn.
I'm well too liked at my company for them to probably be letting me go at this point. You know, they'd really, somebody really have to get some shit on me like Donald's been trying to do, but you really can't.
But the thing is, I'm like, dude, there is no dirt on you, man.
Yeah.
There's none.
Well, I mean,
He's
shit,
just
you guys see me doing my fucking job all the fucking time. I go to work
He's
every
just
fucking
pissed
day.
off that I mean, you're there. I mean, you're best from your ass. I mean, you're new there, and no dirt on you. I mean, you're like clean as a wet vagina, man. Like holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there 2 years. I do my job. I'm damn good at my job, and everybody fucking likes me, and I like everybody, except for Donald. But yet I'm racist because I don't like Donald. Well, gee, I wonder why I don't like Donald. Is
do
it the
you
color of your
make,
skin?
like,
No, I hang
Do
out
you
with black
make
people all
like
the
brake
time.
caps or something?
Huh?
Do you make like brake caps or something? That's what it looked like. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Some shit like that.
Yeah, like
Hubcaps for different car manufacturers and shit.
we make a third of the world's hubcaps.
All plastic, man.
Yeah, so if you see plastic hubcaps from Ford, GM, Honda, Chevy, all of it, it probably came off my line.
Yeah, but not no Chrysler.
Oh, we got Chrysler too.
We've
got
Chrysler
every
kind of
major
countries.
contract.
We got 9, 11, and 16, I think. or 13, some shit.
Yeah, we've got contracts with everybody, dude. I don't think there's a contract that we don't have with somebody, dude. I don't think there's any car companies out there that we don't have a contract with. We have contracts with Nissan, everybody, dude. That's like the only thing I can say about the company is that they fucking kick ass on kicking out product.
And nobody has a piece of hard candy in their mouth, right?
That would be Grandmaster Rep.
Okay, that'd be Grandmaster. Okay.
The fuck
Because
is
I
that?
thought it was what we're talking about in the text box for a moment before somebody claimed it.
Ah, he's eating M&M's.
No, it was like I could hear this, like almost like a radio static to my earpiece.
Oh shit.
I'm thinking like, wondering if you guys are getting it.
Yeah, whenever he mentioned that, I started paying attention, and then I started hearing the hum of like an old CB radio. And then I started hearing the static of an old CB radio. Then I started hearing like a voice that was not any of the voices in front of me or a voice that was in my head. Like, I'm crazy. I know what a voice in my head sounds like, and I know who in front of me sounds like. And this was not a voice that was in front of me or in my fucking head. So this was a voice that
I
was
just had
intercepting shit.
I just had a police officer going over my backyard and shit.
Were they carrying a giant orange?
I have no idea.
You got it. Zero got it.
Oh, man.
That's what's up, man. Alright, so what else do we got? We're going for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. What else we got?
Okay. There's a thing about New York mayor in crosshairs after donor. What the fuck?
The fuck?
Kim Crosshair just got a. He's guilty. The New York mayor is in crosshairs after donor convicted by feds.
Hmm.
It looks like Mayor de Blasio is going down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Alright, gotta do what you gotta do, right? Anyway, I think I'm drunk enough. Pick up Round Table tomorrow night, and
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna make this
So,
a regular thing. Every Saturday night, whether I'm here or not, you guys are gonna do a fucking free-for-all.
It'll be a free for all on Saturday nights.
Yep. Free-for-all Saturday nights, Round Table Sunday nights. And at some point, we hope to bring back the weekly report. We got a few other projects.
That'll be. I mean, how we do it. If it works, let's run with it. If it doesn't, let's try a way where it can work.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Work.
Yeah, man,
I'll let you guys go 'cause I am fucking wasted.
Okay.
And I've been fucking running my ass ragged all day.
Okay. Let's end it right now, so you can get some rest or whatever we gotta do. And
who you want to close there, Tin Man?
I'm gonna let Grandmaster close it. This is his show. He gets to open and close it.
it is an honor to have you, Tin Man. First time we will do this for a very long time. I don't give a rat's ass. Well, we're gonna do this together, man.
I love it.
Okay, YouTubers. This is gonna be a big rep. We got Tin Man.
Zap.
Curse. And this is good old Grandmaster Evan signing off. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment below. And remember, knowledge is free. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Peace out. Revan out.
You damn right, for real.